Hi, everybody. Welcome to Petra's Happy Place. How's everybody doing today? Today is Monday the 19th, and I don't know how long this particular video is going to be. I'm just going to go on and tell you everything that I need to tell you. um, it has been a while since I filmed, and there are a variety of reasons why. But suffice it to say that right now I am feeling very much the imposter, the fraud, the charlatan of my life right now. Um, and before anybody says, comments in the comment section, you guys have been so incredibly loving and caring and kind to me these past 3 years. I don't know what I would have done without you guys, but the fact remains is that we all have to hold ourselves accountable to ourselves. We can't um, we can't live a life in front of everybody and even be totally transparent with other people and allow others to influence the way we truthfully see ourselves. Does that make sense? Um, Let me give you a for instance. When I say I haven't been filming because I'm ill, or I haven't been filming because I've been taking care of life matters, my mom, my husband, whatever, I will get feedback saying, that's okay. You just take care of yourself. You just take care of your mom. We'll be here when you get back. But the fact remains that if you don't, I'm just only speaking for YouTube content creators, okay? You have to be okay with you in order to film. And you can go out there, you can go out and say on a video, um, um, I'm good. I'm back. I'm doing this for you. And then as soon as we hit off, there are times when I know it's not just me, but there's several YouTube content creators that probably push the end button and feel totally drained and totally feel like a failure. And that's the truth. Um, that's just the truth of the matter. And I'm looking now behind me and I'm seeing all of my area, and it's in my mind. Now some of you guys don't see it this way, but for me that's chaos, and that's reflective of what's inside of me. It's chaotic, and because it's chaotic, it's very difficult for me to film. That's why I call myself an imposter sometimes, because I try to, get the camera real close so that you don't see what's behind me. You don't see what's in me. I had a long talk with Mr. Happy yesterday, and we talked about my filming, and I shared with him the reasons why I don't film. He said, "Why don't you film anymore? Why is it that you started off your channel so happy and so excited about crocheting?" And I said, because now anymore I feel like an imposter. Why would anybody want to come watch me? And please, I appreciate everybody that says, I just come to see you and your cheerfulness and that kind of thing. Well, y'all, you have been so gracious in emailing and private messaging me and contacting me in other ways other than YouTube. And that has been my strength. So I'm thinking, well, why bother putting out a video? Because my friends who really want to know about me will contact me otherwise. And if you want to know how to crochet something, if you want to know how to, I am no expert in diamond painting, and I see the lights going funky, and I do apologize for that. I don't know what's going on with the lighting. I got my lights up, but I don't understand all that kind of stuff. But I'm just a peon, and I want to be able to help. I want to be able to encourage and support everybody, but I find myself drawn inward, and I just don't want to anymore. I just I see my chaos, and I would say, why would anybody want help from someone in so much turmoil and chaos? It's a good question. So anyway, that was my heart. And I'm going to go ahead and show you what I've been working on, everybody. And I appreciate all your kind words and your support and your love. It means the world to me. I have not watched a whole lot of videos for crocheters or anybody. I mean, I just haven't been. I've been watching travel videos. I've been watching movies. I've been watching a lot of politics. I've been following right now. I am really been following the the death of a monarch. I have been really focused on that too a lot, and it's breaking my heart. I'm not I'm not a subject of the queen or the king, but it breaks my heart because I know I think I understand some of the ramifications of what that means. Anyway, so I'm here for now. I have no idea how often I'm going to film. I'm just going to, whenever I feel in the mood, I might get on, but I just don't have it in me to film anymore. And I'm on the verge of tears, and I'll explain that why. I'll explain it here in just a few minutes. So, my birthday last week, it went by uneventfully. Many of the gifts that Mr. Happy had got me have not arrived. And I said, well, they might get here by Christmas and it'll be a surprise. And if that does, that's fine. He's just like very upset that all the things that he had, or the majority, he got me one book that I've already gotten, but everything else is like, it's still in the mail, if you know what I mean. So, I've got my phone next to me because I'm expecting a call or a text from my aunt. In fact, let me see. I think she might have already sent something, and if she did, yeah, she'll be here in the area. My Aunt Ellen is one of my. She's my second mom. She'll be here in a little while, and we're gonna go see my mom together. So my boss surprised me because I thought, okay, so I don't work on Mondays. So I had my birthday off, obviously. And I was thinking to myself the whole weekend, my boss didn't even bother doing anything for me. I mean, come on. We've been together now, 8.5 years, and still we've celebrated 8 birthdays together, and you're still going to forget me? But I got to work on Friday morning, and it was just me because he was out of town. And on Friday morning, I had balloons on my chair. I had a box and a card. And in the box was he had purchased an entire box full from Bath and Body Works, a gift box with, and I'm going to be very careful here because I've got the candle going, but this is so awesome. I love autumn and he knows it. And he got me an entire box of this. This is called Leaves, and it's a 3-wick candle, and I burn it every morning when I come in to this particular, in my room here, and oops, it's not going to sit now, into my room to work on my diamond paintings. I have my, light my candle, and I do my diamond painting here. So that was so incredibly sweet. And there were 2 different little, like a smaller candle and like um, a little room spray that was a different scent, but it was still fallish. It is weathering outside. We have some weather going on. Yes, we do. It is raining, and I am loving it. I wish I could stay inside and I didn't have to go outside in the rain and yucky to meet up with my aunt, but whatever, it happens. So, what should we talk about first? Last night, I got so upset with myself. So upset. So, this was just on, let's see here, today's Monday. So Friday night, I decided I'm going to pick up, I've been doing some color analysis kind of thing for myself, and I'm really focused on that right now. And it's getting kind of exciting because I'm realizing that there's a lot of colors that I wear that make me look tired. I don't want that. I'm tired enough as it is. I don't need to look tired. So I'm going through my closet and slowly I'm going to be getting rid of a lot of things because I don't like wearing them. I don't like how I feel when I wear them. So that got me to thinking about all of my crocheted items that I have made for myself. And I'm looking at them and I'm going, there's not a lot of the crocheted items that I've made for myself that are good for me. And I'm talking about, it's the color analysis where you choose whether you're spring, summer, fall, or winter. And I'm not going to go into all the details, but for me particularly, I'm a winter and I look best in jewel tone colors, whether they're like pure jewel or bright jewel or a little bit more soft, icy jewel. I mean, I'm a jewel tone person. That's why I can wear sapphire. You see, I look good in a sapphire. But if I would put something like, let me just show this to you real quick. And I'll talk about it. While I've got it out, I'll just talk about it. So this is one of the outfits that I love wearing. I mean, I'm sure people at work are going, do you have anything else to wear? But I love it. You can even take this tie and you can tie it, and it looks a little bit more, I don't know, old-fashioned maybe. Have a nice little tie here. I'll just leave it on like that. But this color looks a whole lot better on me than, say, this color would. And let me just do this. And come on, guys, don't say, oh, that looks good on you. I know better. This is a very warm, warm gold color that I'm wearing right here. And it happens to be the gift that I am making my coworker. And this is how far I've gotten it. It is a sweater. Let me show you how far I've gotten on it. There it is. It's a sweater. And I have just a little bit more of of this particular skein. I am going to continue doing the rows until I run out of this. But I'm not going to necessarily finish off, okay? Because I have 2 more skeins of it, and I want to put sleeves on it. I want to put some, probably some, I think it would look really nice with some bell sleeves. So I want to put some bell sleeves on it, and with whatever I have left over, I am going to make it longer. Because she likes wearing long sweaters, and she's tall and thin. It would look amazing on her and her skin tone. So there's that, and this is Darla's sweater pattern. Okay, it is a, she's got another tutorial where it's not open, but that is just completely closed, but it's a top down pattern. And I think it's, once you get the hang of the pattern, it is a two row repeat, and it's so incredibly simple. It's, I mean, I should say easy. She's brilliant. Darla from the Crafty Yarn Owl. She is brilliant in making this, and she says she's done this kind of a pattern before. I love it, and I will probably make. Now this is a 4-weight from Hobby Lobby. It's that silky, no, not silky. It's Soft Secret. That's what that is, and I love it. And I have a sweater that I made for myself, and looking at it now, hold on. Looking at it now, look here. Here's my color palette. I know there's a lot going on behind me, but then there's this. And I realize it washes me out like nobody's business. I love it. It feels so good. I made it for me because I love the colors, but it is just not me. So anyway, I'm going to have to make myself another one, which brings me to this. I was talking with a dear friend, chatting on Messenger, and I was feeling really down. I said, I'm going to make something for myself. So I came and looked in my stash, and I said, I got to find a yarn that is me, that I like, that I love the colors of. I know the colors would work well on me. And I pulled them out, and well, let me get the ball of yarn. Hold on. Rochelle from the Whip Window sent me this sprightly yarn. Now it says that it's a 4-weight worsted, but I am using an L hook, a 7 millimeter hook, because this stuff is thick. This is more like a 5, okay? So I picked it up and I started making myself a sweater. First, I had to determine what I wanted. But I want to make myself a sweater. And I want a simple pattern. And I'm just going to start. And I started, and it's one of those that it's a 1 piece. Okay, so you start from the front and you crochet and you chain as many as it is from where you want it to end in the front to where you want it to end in the back. That's how you do it. So I did that, and I started it, and I worked on it on Saturday evening, and I used 2 skeins of yarn. Was it 2 or maybe a little bit more? Then I did another skein of yarn on Saturday. I don't know, but yesterday, Sunday, yesterday, I started, and I thought, I'm going to put the sleeves on this thing now, because I was finished with the body part. I started with the sleeves, And I started going and going and going. And I got to like to where it would hit about right here. And then I looked at it and I held it up and it was like way too small. It's like, what? I measured, but I didn't really measure. I kind of like said, okay, in the past, it's always been this many inches. So, yeah. So this morning, I mean, I got all the way, I was thinking, oh my goodness, if I get this one sleeve done tonight, this was last night, of course, and I work on the other sleeve today on Monday, then I'll have a complete sweater in 3 days. Who'd have thunk it? 3 days for a sweater. And I went like this and I meant like this. Or like this, as the Germans would do. So anyway, yeah. So now I'm back to square one with, and I had to frog and frog and frog. And sprightly yarn is no easy frog. So let me show you so far what I have. Let me so let's see here. So far, it's not even, okay? I haven't put it together yet. So this is it. But look at those colors on me. Are they awesome? And it's going to be a nice, chunky, warm sweater for the winter. And if I have enough, which I may even have enough yarn to make a matching hat. I don't know what kind of hat, but matching hat. Wouldn't that be great? Because I think one sleeve is one skein. I think I can make one sleeve with one skein of yarn. And then that means that I would have one skein left over to make, actually, I have 3 skeins. Oh, I should have enough. Yay. But then I should have enough for my fall outerwear. I think I'm going to have to put like, I'm going to have to do some kind of a edging. I'm not sure what kind of edging I want to do, but I'll have to do some kind of an edging, but I should have enough yarn. Yay. So, yeah, I learned myself, that it is possible to make myself something that I like in the color that I like, the yarn that I like, in less than a week, just by putting my mind to it. And I even was working on other stuff in between. So let me show you that. I have been feverishly working on diamond paintings. Before I forget, I need to put my crochet hooks back where they were so I know which hook I was using with which project. Oh, and as far as that other sweater, in fact, this is what I'm going to probably do. On my Facebook page, I will at some point, I don't know how soon I'll be able to get to it, but at some point, I want to, do you see, let's see here, the top 3 drawers right there. The top 3 drawers have all of my handmade stuff that I made for myself that I would wear. Now they are worn and washed, but many of those projects, many of those items I'm not going to keep because they don't look good on me. There, I have a box right there, and let's see here. And I have something else over here behind me. You can't see, another like bag/box of other items that I have made for myself that or that I have just made and I wore once, or or maybe I just made them and I haven't used them, whatever they are, I'm not going to keep them. And so what I thought I would do is like put together an album on my Facebook, in the Facebook group, and then and just sell them. Yeah. So that's what I think I'm going to be doing. Um, and even all of my stash, I know, I know it's a lot, but even my stash, I'm going to be going through it, and it's going to take a while, but I'm going to be going through it slowly, and I'm going to be dividing the yarn, and I have one, two, three, four uh, bags, vacuum bags, and two huge totes filled with yarn and projects and stuff that I thought I wanted to do. I'm going to be going through all of it, and I'm going to be getting rid of everything that does not suit me, unless I have bought it for a project that I was going to make for somebody else. If I did that, then I will keep the yarn, okay? Or if I have somebody in mind that I want to make it for, even though I hadn't pre-planned that. Make sense? Okay, so let me show you what I finished. Okay, so I bought a yellow, and I don't know how it's going to show up here, but let me. What is this? I bought myself a yellow folder on Amazon. Oh, it's really washed out. I'm sorry. But inside, I have put all of my canvases that I have bought um, for diamond painting. Now, in the front, I have all of the canvases that are not done. But in the back, I have all the ones that are done. And I have this one that I finished. This is one that's finished, this Halloween one. And it looks so cute in the book. But I can't do a thing with it. And I'm thinking I have to throw it away. And I'll tell you why. For those of you that are unfamiliar with diamond painting, this was covered, before I put anything on it, it was covered with like a glue, okay, some kind of a glue. And I put all these little drills on it. Well, what had happened was, as Miss Seta would say, what had happened was I started putting the dots down, the drills is what they're called, and I would put like 5 or 6 of them on, and then one would pop off. It would never lay straight. It still had these curves, even though I put it under books and heavy books for days. It never straightened out. And I thought, okay, well, if I'm going to if I'm going to hang it in my office, which I wanted to do, I would have to seal it, okay? So that would mean I would have to take some decoupage or something and seal it, which I think, okay, that would be terrific because it would glue all the drills down. That would be a great option, correct? Well, if I were to take a brush and brush it across, even as soft as a brush I could get, I would do that. As I would do that, some of the drills would come up and they would be undone. And I thought, you know what? My time is too important to me. I'm not going to waste my time on a canvas that cost me $6. Yes, I spent a lot of hours putting it together. Well, I say a lot of hours, probably a day's worth. I mean, like maybe 8 or 9 hours, okay? But I put all that work into it, but I don't want to waste one more minute with that thing. And if it's going to give me a headache, it's out. That's just the way I'm feeling. Do you see I'm drinking water? That is so unheard of in my life. I do not like drinking water, but I'm doing it for my health. Which brings me, well, I'll go back to that in just a minute. Hopefully I don't forget. So, which brings me to um, this. I finished this little cutie and I love it. Look at this one. How cute is she? And I say she because she's got a little ribbon on her. Well, I made this for my boss. Okay? Look at the glasses. That's what sold me. Now I'm going to have to find other canvases with wild animals that have glasses. I know there's one. It's a giraffe that has glasses I want to get now. But I thought this is going to be so incredibly cute. I need to find a frame, or not a frame, excuse me, one of those stretched canvases. And what I want to do is I'm going to measure. I don't know if you can see, but there's a slight, there it is. You can see this slight line that goes all the way around it. And I believe it's 12 inches. But what I want to do is find a frame. I'm going to find one of those canvases, excuse me, and then I'm going to cut around this, okay? Then I'm going to glue it to the canvas, and then decoupage it to make it nice and flat, and it's going to be so beautiful. And then I'm going to give it to him as a birthday present. His birthday is in 1 week. So that is so cute, isn't it? I'm so excited about that. And then sweet Adele, she sent me um, a couple of diamond paintings for my birthday. And so I started doing this. And this is what I started yesterday. I started this yesterday because I felt I needed this and I need to hang it up somewhere prominent in my home so I can see it and Mr. Happy can see it because he feels the same way sometimes. But look here. Today I will do what I can do, and let that be enough. And I finished all of the letterings except for this right here. And this, it'll take an afternoon to do that, but I'll probably do that this afternoon. And then everything else, save this line here and here and here. This is like a light gray line, but everything else is going to be white. And I have everything kitted up, and I don't know if you understand what that means, but I have everything kitted up right here. Right here. And you see all this white? Woo-hoo-hoo. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 white. 7 of those white. So, yeah, that's going to be fun. And I have been using a multi-placer, which just means that you can lay down more than just one at a time. Can you imagine doing all that background with just one at a time? Ah, I don't think so. I don't think so. Okay. So that's the diamond painting, and I have been, and let me see if, give me just a minute. I'm going to see if I can rearrange some things. Oh, and I wanted to show you this too. That is where I keep my diamond paintings. Okay, I keep all of them right there on top there, flat, except for these 2 boxes right here. And then there is you can barely see it down here on the floor. It's a small bin and has all the packets of all those little drills, that I will kit up whenever I get ready to work on one of those. So give me just a moment, and I'm going to, because I want to show you my big one that I've been working on. Okay. Boy, that took a little bit. So let me have a drink first. Okay, so now this is a very large canvas, and I've done the entire bottom Let me see if I can show you. Look at that. Oh, isn't it gorgeous? I just love it so much. And I'm working on, I'm not as coordinated as Jeannie from On the Hook, but I'm working on this particular area right there. Let me see here. And I've done some of it, you can see, but not all of it. But let me stand up. Oh, now you can see it. Isn't it gorgeous, guys? Oh my word, this is the most beautiful, beautiful painting. And now let me explain something. What I like about that particular canvas. I'm so sorry. Okay, what I like about that particular canvas is, yes, it's huge. It's humongous. And I mean, well, to me, it's huge. To others, to some people who've been diamond painting for a while, might not be that big. But anyway, for me, it is. And what I like about it, it's my quiet time. Okay, this is what I like to work on when I can listen to music. And you remember I was telling you about that placer, the multi-placer? Well, there's places where I could do a multi-placer, but I enjoy it so much. I enjoy doing this so much. I like even just putting it one by one, even if I could put it in a row, to get it done quickly. I just love working on it. I love it. Okay, so let's talk about this. Um, I'm having health issues, and it's a woman thing. Yeah. And you have to be a woman of a certain age to truly understand. Um, a little background, and this might be TMI for some of you, and if it is, feel free to just leave now. And thank you for coming. Anyway, about well, I have been having ever since I had my second child, which was now 31 years ago. Um, I have had problems on and off, female wise, if you understand my meaning. And so I had been diagnosed with thyroid problems, and I had my thyroid my one, I can't remember which one, removed. And I do have a scar. You can't necessarily see it, but I do have a scar. And I was able to just, with no, what's the word I want to say? I didn't have to have, I only took medicine for a little while. And then the other half of the thyroid just kind of picked up and just started working. So I don't have to take medicine. Well, even after that, I started having issues. And it'd be issues like with depression, more emotional type things on and off. And I had them on and off for so long. And so I got to be, well, this was like probably 10, maybe 11 years ago. I started having a lot of problems, and my cycles were just completely messed up, and they were so painful, and I was so moody, and I finally got fed up with it. There was a lot of other stuff going on, physical wise, and I finally found a doctor because I didn't have insurance at the time. I finally found a doctor who would listen to me, and I said, I am in full-blown menopause, and I want everything out. I'm so sick and tired of it. It's just like, why why suffer? Why suffer with the menopause and still have all the organs that are causing, you know, that problem? I know if those organs are going to be taken out, I'm still going to have the problems, but why do both? And so the doctor did not agree with me. He said, well, I'll do some testing. He did some testing. He did a lot of testing. And he decided he was going to go ahead and take everything out except the one ovary. He said, there's no sense in throwing you into full-blown menopause. And so he took everything. When I say, I mean everything out. Cervix and all. He took everything. And when he got done, I said, when I was in recovery and when I was still in the hospital, I said, did you take everything? He said, no, I left one over. I said, why? He said, because I did not want to throw you into full-blown menopause. And I said, I don't understand why you don't believe me. I was so upset with the doctor at that point. Well, a while later, I had to have an appointment. And I went and I told him when I went into his office, I said, I want something now. I am in full-blown menopause. He says, you can't be. You're too young. You're too young to be in full-blown menopause. And you're just going to need to do this and this and this to help along with all the symptoms. And I said, why can't you understand me? The next time I went in, well, no, that same doctor's appointment, he said, okay, I'll take the blood tests and everything. So he called me in when the results came back and he says, I am so sorry. I have an apology to make. Come to find out, yes, you are. Your estrogen levels are bottomed out. You have nothing. And I'm like, duh, I told you that the whole time. Why didn't you listen to me? Apparently, doctors still think that they know it all and don't listen to their patients. So, what happened next is just a series of trying one thing after another, just basically dealing with the whole menopause thing. And I have been going through menopause for the last 10 years. So it came to a head. And I am just so fed up. I'm just so fed up with everything. Nothing is working. Nobody will give me estrogen. I'm just feeling like I am literally nothing. And as a woman, you all know that that's not the way you want to feel. So I finally found a nurse practitioner who took me seriously and has given me estrogen. Yeah. And I told Mr. Happy today, the estrogen's working. And he goes, well, how do you know? I said, because I can't stop crying about everything. But at least I'm having some estrogen in my system and I feel more alive. Anyway, so we're dealing with that. And still, the hot flashes and everything like that are still going on after 10 years. It's still happening. But we'll deal with them. We'll deal with them. So I don't think I have anything more to talk about. We've discussed where I am. We've discussed what I'm working on. We've discussed my health. Oh, diet, just real quick. I have decided Mr. Happy and I have already started. We're going back on to keto. We had been off it for the last three years maybe. And probably ever since shortly after my, no, because I had lost a lot of weight when before my after my dad died. So must have been like maybe 3 years, 2 years, 2 or 3 years, whatever. Okay, so it's been several years. Anywho, um, um, yeah, I had lost 90 pounds in 2.5 years. Yay me, right? No, because I gained 70 of it back in the last 2 years. So I feel really sluggish. I feel bad. I don't like feeling this way. So I am uh, I am doing more of a I am doing keto, but more on the carnivore side. Mr. Happy is doing keto, and just because that's what he is comfortable with, and he and I are doing this together, and hopefully we will get to a point where we will feel more comfortable in our skin. Because something that we were reminded again yesterday, I was watching Precepts for Life with Kay Arthur. I love her. She's one of my very favorite teachers. Um, she reminded me that this body right now, what you see is the temple of God. And I have not been taking care of the temple very well. I have let it go for one reason or another, and maybe they were good reasons, but they were not good enough reasons to let the temple go. So I am going to start taking care of it better. Yeah. And if you guys are interested in it, let me know, and I will try to keep you apprised of my journey, my weight loss journey. It's not going to be near as significant as Katrina's from Katrina's Crochet World. She is so amazing. Wow. And all of you guys who are out there in the crochet community who are on a journey to lose weight, like Dana and Seta and all of you guys who are like doing this 50 by 24 or something like that, and trying to lose the weight, and Sandy and from Crochet A Canada, you guys are encouraging me. Thank you so much. And so that is where things stand with Petra right now. So if you are new to my channel, I'm sorry you had to go through all of that here, but now you understand why maybe I don't post videos as often as I had in the past. And like I said, I don't know when I will. I'm not going to put pressure on myself to say I'm going to put a video out every week or every month or whatever. I'm not going to do that, because when I put pressure on myself, um, I realize I'm not doing the channel for anything else than trying to keep up with the Joneses, keep up with all the crocheters or whatever. That's one of the reasons why I've stopped watching, because for me anyway, I cannot physically watch other people and how excited they get about all of the things that they're working on. I mean, I'm happy for them. Truly, I'm happy for them, but it's like, I want to do that too, and I want to have that yarn, and I want to do that thing, and I want to have that project. I want to join in that group, and you just can't. And the only way I can prevent myself from being that person anymore is to just say, just don't watch. See the people, like when the notifications come up, I say a prayer and I thank God that they're part of my YouTube and my crochet family, but I just can't sit and watch all the stuff and be tempted to go backwards. I don't want to do that. Okay, everybody. My name is Petra. by the way. And I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day, your week, your month, whenever you're watching this. I hope it is blessed. I hope that, I hope and pray that you will find some peace and comfort today, and that maybe this video didn't do a whole lot for you. And I just want to thank you for coming. Thank you for joining me today. I hope you have a wonderful rest of it. Bye.